What a week for the Rocky shortstop Trevor Story. With 7 home runs in 6 games, the rookie has been one of the best stories in all of baseball. Coors Field is a pitcher's nightmare, and tonight it'll be up to Jeff Samardzija, who has good numbers in the Mile High City, to shut down Story and the rest of the Rockies. Game 1 of the series, Giants-Rockies, and it's coming up next. Well, there's a lot of things we can talk about, but we do have to address the Trevor Story. The kid, he's got 7 home runs during this 6 games that they played so far, and I'm sure, Mike, that Jeff Samardzija has looked at all the tapes and he's got a plan. But it is going to be fun trying to figure out what that plan is.
Yeah, if you'd have told me 2 weeks ago you're coming into Coors Field and you're not thinking about Arenado and LeMahieu and Blackmon, you're thinking about Trevor Story, I mean, we'd all shake our heads. But he is a concern. He is a puzzle at this point. They need to figure him out because he is red hot. And basically let somebody else beat you. Interesting, too, though. We always know that the Rockies have great offense. This year is no exception. They can bang. Well, guess what? So can the Giants. They have more home runs than the Rockies.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Should be fun. Tyler Chatwood on the mound for the Rockies. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update right after this.
area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Taste the Baconlicious Sourdough Bacon Ranch Combo, only at Jack in the Box. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
Here we are at Coors Field as we get ready for Giants-Rockies baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. 61 degrees here at the yard. You see winds at 20 miles per hour, humidity at 41%, and there is definitely rain in the area. See the starter, Tyler Chatwood, as he takes them out, and let's take a look at the lineup that Chatwood will be facing. Normal lineup with the exception of Buster Posey. It'll be Span, Panik, Pence, and then Brandon Belt, and Belt likes it here. And who wouldn't? It's Duffy, Crawford, Pagan. Trevor Brown, who is catching tonight, he'll be in the A slot, and Jeff Samardzija is going to hit ninth.
On the hill for the Rockies tonight will be the right-hander Tyler Chatwood, 6 feet tall, 185-pounder. He's 26 years of age, and he's in his 5th year at the big league level. That's what he did in his opening assignment against the Diamondbacks in Arizona. 6 1/3 solid innings with just 1 earned run, no walks, 3 strikeouts. You're going to see a fastball that goes low to mid-90s, and you know, he's got a little funk to his delivery. He's got a high 3/4 release. With the fastball, he'll sink and he'll cut it. He got a good overhand curveball. He also has a slider and a changeup. And he'll pretty much throw anything at you at any time. Very athletic, good hitter, and in all facets of his game. He's not a big guy, 6 feet tall, built more like a shortstop than he is a pitcher. And he's got a very nice move to first base. Be careful if you're trying to steal. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Chatwood tonight for the Rockies, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Parra, Blackmon, and Gonzalez. Really strong arms on the corner with Parra and Gonzalez, but a great assist arm. Charlie Blackmon may not have the strongest arm, but he had 8 assists last year. Story, Arenado on the left side of the infield, another Gold Glover. LeMahieu, another Gold Glover on the right side with Mark Reynolds, and Nick Hundley, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. It's a good defense.
So here's Span. Span will lead things off for the Giants. Span is 6 for 28 at the start of this young season. And the first pitch is a called strike. So we get started here at Coors Field at 6:41. So very close to being on time. Played umpire tonight is Sam Holbrook. You've got Rob Drake, you got Carlos Torres, and you got Jerry Davis.
Pretty good zone with Sam Holbrook, very consistent. You'll see some high strikes with him, more high strikes than with other umpires.
1 and 2.
That's a good changeup.
Span 1 for 5 in his career against Chatwood. The Rockies now will overshift. Arenado, the only infielder on the left side of the diamond. And this is off his fist foul. Chatwood picked up a win in his only other start.
Well, he's given the Giants trouble in his career too. Giants, he's 3-2 against San Francisco with a 3.46 ERA.
On the ground to Story. And that's how this game gets started.
All right, time now for our Nissan keys to the game. Number 1, you got to figure out the new kid. That would be Trevor Story, who's got 7 home runs in 6 games. And then you got to figure out the old guy. That would be Nolan Arenado, who last year hit 10 home runs against the Giants. That's right, 10 against the Giants alone. He had 25 RBIs against San Francisco. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
So here's Joe Panik hitting at 269. 7 for 26 on the season. He's got a home run. Hit the home run in Milwaukee. And he's got 6 runs batted in. And he takes low. 2 balls and no strikes. Hunter Pence to follow. just underway here in Denver, where there's rain all around the ballpark. Pops this one up. Could be playable for Hundley. And it's going to just at the last second drift out of play.
That's a break.
It is. Panic. I do believe when that ball went up, he thought, I'm 0 for 1.
The wind is actually blowing into the face of the hitter coming out of right center. So this is about as fair a conditions as we've ever seen it for a pitcher.
Plus they got the higher screen over the bullpens. Panic fouls another one out of play.
It's all part of the new look. There's the high screen we're talking about. They raised it up to about 8. They raised it 8 feet. So I mean, it's still a live yard, but we'll see.
I thought they were going to do it in left field too, but
well, they did just down the line, as you can see by the foul pole.
Well, that ought to take 30 or 40 home runs away.
If it takes away 2, it'll be a plus.
And Panic out swinging on the high fastball. 2 outs for Hunter Pence. Pence is the one guy that really has struggled against Tyler Chatwood. He's only 1 for 16. Overall 250 on the season, 6 for 24 with a home run in 5 runs batted in. And he takes a fastball high. I know Mike mentioned it. If he didn't, this Chatwood's coming off his 2nd Tommy John surgery, which he had last year, or he missed the season, most of the season last year. So see down the ground to Story. And Story will throw on to first, and that'll end the inning. So a nice inning for Chatwood. Samardzija coming out, Blackmon to lead things off. Are coming up, and this is Walt Weiss's lineup. It'll be Blackmon, Story, and then Gonzalez. Of course, we've highlighted what Trevor Story has done so far. He's got 9 hits in the season, 7 of them are home runs. Arenado will be the cleanup hitter. Then it's Parr, Reynolds, and Hundley. Chatwood, the pitcher's going to hit 8th, and LeMahieu, who's always a tough out, 9th.
Jeff Samardzija on the hill tonight for the Giants, making his 2nd start in the orange and black. His debut in Milwaukee, 5 1/3. He allowed 11 base runners. Had problems with his slider. That'll be a key tonight. This big guy, 6'5", 225-pounder, in his 7th year at the big league level. And you'll see mid-90s, sometimes higher than that velocity. 2 types of movement on the fastball, a slider and a split.
So here's Charlie Blackmon. And Blackmon takes the first fastball high. Samardzija throwing to Trevor Brown. Mr. Posey fouled the ball off his arch on Sunday, and he needed a day today. There's a called strike. Blackmon off to a slow start. He's 2 for 13. Bounces this one foul.
Keeping that ball down around the knees, and he's already been able to do that in the first 3 pitches. Samardzij's had good luck lifetime against the Rockies. 3 starts, 2-0 with a 2.01 ERA.
Outside 2-2.
Two 2-0 lifetime against the Rockies. 1-0 here in 4 games. 14 1/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, just 10 hits allowed, and a 1.88 ERA. That's good, great Coors Field numbers.
And it's hit to Belt. 1 out.
Let's take a look at the Giants defensively. Starting in their outfield from left to right, it'll be Pagan, Span, and Pence. Pence has the best arm in right field. Crawford and Duffy on the left side of the infield. Panik and Belt on the right side. And Trevor Brown, he'll be in the squad tonight, putting down the signs for Jeff Samardzija. Probably we'll see Buster Posey tomorrow. He is nursing a bruised foot that had a foul ball hit him.
So here's Trevor Story. A work in progress right now as to how teams are going to try to figure out how to get him out.
Not the National League Player of the Week, understandably. 7 home runs. The only other rookie to ever do that was Fernando Valenzuela. Be the Player of the Week your first week.
Hitting at .333. Here's our McDonald's true stories. It is about Trevor Story, first player in the Major League history to hit 7 home runs first 6 career games. Hit 7 home runs in the team's first 6 games of the season, and a record 4 home runs for his first 4 career hits. That's a good first impression. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And he is a puzzle, and he's hot. He's seeing it big, and you have to respect that. I don't care how much time he has or doesn't have. Hot hitter's a hot hitter.
Taps this one to Duffy, who now has to charge it. He will throw on the run, and they got him.
Put down runs well in that scout report as well.
Absolutely. He's checking off all the boxes as far as the tools that the kid has. So here's Carlos Gonzalez.
Gets out of the box well despite a pretty big backswing and a nice throw from Duffy on the run. He had to hurry it.
Carlos Gonzalez off to a solid start. He's got 3 home runs on the year. He's 9 for 24. So you got 2 guys back to back that have already hit 10 home runs this season. There's a curveball for a call strike. I think it was a curveball, maybe a hard slider, maybe a changeup, could have been a knuckleball. Hey, working on that mighty fine screwball.
I'm going with the Cuban palm ball here.
Here we go.
It's a good one.
Tap fouled. It's now 0-2.
Like that hit off of the foot of Trevor Brown.
Yeah, meanwhile, Buster's probably in the dugout going, oh, that hurts me.
Trevor Brown's looking at Buster Posey going, yeah, I got one too. I guess you just have to laugh it off if you're a catcher. You're going to get dinged. Steve Decker on the left, an old catcher. They can all commiserate.
Hit on the ground to Belt, and Belt has this one squared under his glove, and Gonzalez is aboard. Belt got caught where, am I going to charge it? Am I going to lay back? And he realized he had to charge it.
Should I stay or should I go? Only the second error that the Giants have made all year, and it's caught in the short hop and just can't get that glove down deep enough. So it prolongs the inning and allows Nolan Arenado to face Samardzija with Samardzija out of the stretch.
Arenado off to a slow start. He's 5 for 23. He does have a couple of home runs.
42 home runs last year, 10 against San Francisco.
And he takes low. He's 1 for 5 in his career against Samardzija. That's what Mike's talking about. You see the 10 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Down low, no swing on the appeal. He was one of the reasons why the Giants went 8-11 against the Rockies in their matchups, and the Giants were 3-6 in this part, and that's not unusual at all.
Now he's reaching back. That was 94 with two-seam movement. And Arenado will swing 3-0.
I think the number 42 gives you that right. Gerardo Parra is on deck. So the first base runner in this game reaches on an error. And now Samardzija out of the stretch, and this is popped into shallow center field, and Span's going to get there, and that'll end the inning. Samardzija pitches through the air. Second inning coming up. Belt, Duffy, and Crawford are coming up.
AT&T Park the weekend of April 22nd through the 24th, and on Saturday, April 23rd, they'll honor Matt Duffy with his first Major League bobblehead to the first 40,000 fans.
And Belt on the ground to LeMahieu in shallow right field, and one pitch went out. And here is Matt Duffy. Belt was actually trying to make that out so fast that Duffy would be part of that little read that we had.
A little promo there?
Yeah, little promo.
Well, that's being a good teammate.
Good teammate.
But I had a really good story about Belt, but now I can't say it.
Save it, he'll get up again.
I may forget it.
I got one too. Here's a pitch to Duffy, and it's down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Crawford to follow. And a strike.
Now the arm action that Chatwood has. I mean, it gets on you quick. I said his velocity, he can go low to mid 90s, more lows than mids.
She's lifted out to right, but these balls will carry in this park, and that's an out. So Duffy retired, and here's Crawford.
But Chatwood kind of, he's got a little funk to his delivery, and he kind of jumps at you. And that ball gets on you quick. Quick arm action.
Crawford at 273. Got a couple of big flies. Got 5 hits lifetime against Tyler Chatwood, and they put the overshift on for Crawford. And the first fastball is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Strike, says plate umpire Sam Holbrook.
It's a good strike zone for pitchers, and it's not a bad thing in a ballpark like this. He will give some corners. It's a pretty big zone, and he will call some belts.
And a base hit in the first of the game for both teams as Crawford hits it through the shift, and that'll bring up Pagan.
Yeah, that's one of those hits that if you're a pitcher, you're thinking you're cussing the shift is what you're doing.
Yeah, you think the shift is a bunch of baloney. Pagan hit a home run, his only one of the season on Sunday, hit it right-handed.
Well, that was a significant swing of the bat because it tied the score 6-6.
Yeah, he stands in against Tyler Chatwood with Crawford at first and another overshift. Wow. And the pitch is on the inside corner for a strike.
Well, this one surprises me because of the type of hitter that Pagan has been through most of his career, and certainly has been since spring training. He has used the whole field. He's been line to line from both sides of the plate, and they're playing him to pull left-handed.
I guess the norm now is when teams play straight up. Or the Rockies so far in this game. One and one to Pagan. And it may be that, look, they've got charts that say there are more balls hit up the middle off of Chatwood than to the shortstop position, to the hole in left field.
They absolutely have their reason. The research that goes into the defense is very thorough.
3-1. So this is the first opportunity for Chatwood to pitch out of the stretch. And now Pagan can sit on something 3-1.
And you can cheat. And in this ballpark, why not? Especially to right center. I mean, if you're a left-handed hitter, very inviting that side of the field.
And a base hit the other way. And that'll bring up Brown.
Seen it all spring. Just wherever you throw it, he's going to go with it. Very balanced right now. 3-1 count. They try to jam him. The ball runs out over the middle of the plate with a little tail running away from him. And he just goes with the movement. That has been his strength since the start of spring training. And he took it right into the season.
So here's Brown. Brown is 1 for 4. Hit that big home run against the Dodgers on Friday night to break up a no-hitter. He's 1 for 4 on the season. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Jeff Samardzija is on deck. Duffy lined out. Crawford a single. Pagan a single. Belt opened up the inning with a ground ball. In tight to Brown. A ball and a strike.
I love the angle that they give you in this park. You're looking right over the top of the pitcher. You really get an idea of just how much movement they have off the fastball when it runs into a right-handed hitter from a right-handed pitcher like the last pitch you saw, or when it cuts away. There's the cutter. The one thing that has always impressed us about Chatwood is how he can corner pitch. I mean, he's got a good idea at strike zone. And that's with all of his pitches.
On the ground. Foul. Not by much, but foul.
It had to be foul. If it's fair, Arenado's going to catch it.
Just be happy that it was foul.
That's the mindset you have when you watch Arenado play third base in this ballpark. He catches everything. Gold Glover, and understandably.
It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Easy take there. Kick yourself if you're a pitcher and you've got a 2-2 count. Pitcher on deck, you really want to finish this inning and you want to start next inning off with Samardzija leading off. You really want to have a more inviting 2-2 pitch. That was an easy take.
Runners go. Hit on the ground, and this is to Arenado. And his throw across the diamond just got him. Giants may end up taking a look at it in the dugout, but no one seems to think that Brown was safe. So the Giants strand a pair. It'll be Parra, Reynolds, and Hundley coming up. They got him.
Bay Area is brought to you by AAA. Get a free Giants all-season blanket. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
There you're looking into downtown Denver. It's 0-0. Gerardo Parra is going to lead things off. Then Reynolds and Hundley facing Jeff Samardzija. Parra's always been a tough out for the Giants. You can imagine how tough he'll be now in this ballpark. There's a strike.
Well, he's been a tough out for Jeff Samardzija. Got good lifetime numbers.
Foul down the left field line.
Parra hit 400 lifetime, 6 for 15 with a home run, a double. So they know each other. Yeah, you could pull that hat off.
Probably could, but wouldn't want to.
Well, you're from Wisconsin. I mean, doesn't everybody have one of those?
No. Saw one until I got the candlestick. Oh, 0-2 to Gerardo Parra. And a base hit.
All right, time now for the timeless moment brought to you by Coors Banquet on this day in 1960. First game ever at Candlestick Park. The Giants beat the Cardinals 3-1, and Sam Jones pitched a complete game 3-hitter. Oh, and by the way, Orlando Cepeda went 2 for 4 with a double and knocked in all 3 Giants runs. The attendance that day, 42,269. And they were styling.
Richard Nixon said, greatest ballpark ever. Of course, he never caught a pop-up. He never had to hit with the wind. As Reynolds bounces it into right field, a base hit. Parra is going to challenge Pence, and he'll make it to third. So a couple of ground balls, and here's Hundley.
You know, you never know how the infield is going to be here. Some years you come in and it's just like a rock. We watched batting practice today, and it looked like it was pretty fair by Coors Field standard, but that's still pretty quick. It definitely will cut down the range, the normal range of an infielder.
So here's Hundley. Hundley 5 for 15 on the season. And he takes one in tight. 1 ball and no strike. 95.
Well, he's got more in the tank than that too.
It's almost like a tick-me-off pitch.
Samars, you can go mid to high 90s. And you'll see him do that certain days.
Two balls and no strikes.
That's the slider, and that was the pitch that he was having problems with in his last outing in Milwaukee. And there wasn't a lot of break in that one.
That looked like a Coors Field slider.
Yeah, a cement mixer.
And a belt tie strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. I guess if you're Samardzija in this ballpark, given what's going on right now, you just try to limit the damage. And if you get this out, then you think differently.
Right, well, if you can get this out by way of the strikeout, but you would take a ground ball here and give up a run. You can stand up a big inning if you can get a double play.
Out of play, high and foul down the right field line.
And that's game management. I mean, the situation. Now you've got a 2-2 count. You know, I mean, if you had the slider working, this is a shot for you to try and strike guy out. But he hasn't shown to himself that he's got break on that slider yet. So he doesn't really have a kill pitch. And those are adjustments you make on the mound. Maybe I'll stay down around the knees and still pitch for the ground ball.
On the ground, it could be a pair. 6-4-3, and they get the double play, and the Rockies lead 1-0.
Well, they got it on a slider too, and that had a little movement, a little downward bite to it, and that is significant. Goes at him with a 2-2 slider, and you can just see the little bit of a breakdown, and Hundley beats it to the ground, and Crawford, Panic, and Bell take care of the rest.
Here's Chatwood. Chatwood takes a strike. Yeah, if you can stay away from those crooked numbers here, you have a chance to win every game. 0-2.
You know, and you can't give up walks. You just can't. You have to force your opponent to swing the bats.
Plus, every time on the homestand, the Giants fell behind. Guess what happened?
They won.
We don't really read much into those things. Like, it's an even year. We don't, unless it's relevant. Last year I didn't buy into that.
That's true.
This year,
I'm buying into it.
it's relevant. Bounce to Panik. Panik to Belt. Side retired. A run on 2 hits. 3rd inning coming up, and Samardzija is going to lead things off.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
Rockies out in front 1-0 after 2 full innings. And with Chatwood making the last out, it took him a little while to get back out to the mound. So here he'll be facing Samardzija, Span, and Panik on one of those weird nights here at the ballpark where it kind of looks like rain. Probably raining 3 miles from here.
Somewhere.
We've been in this ballpark over the last 4 or 5 years where we've had to evacuate the booth.
Literally. But it is beautiful. The Rocky Mountains are snow crusted.
Samardzija hits a high fly ball to right. And Blackman's going to call off Gonzalez and make the catch.
Did not miss that one by much. And he's got the power to hit it a long way. As long as, well, maybe not as long as Bumgarner, but close.
So here's Span. Span bounced out to the right of second base to open up the ball game. There's a good look at what Mike's talking about.
Beautiful.
Lines it down the left field line. Parra over, he can't get it. And Span's got a 1-out double.
All right, time now for our Geico quote. This one comes from Joe Panik on Sunday. He says, I'm not going to sit here and say we're a power hitting team, but we've got some guys with some pop, and if a pitcher makes a mistake, we're going to jump on it. And that's our Geico quote.
It's just about all you're going to get out of Joe right there. For now.
For now. Giants have hit 14 home runs as a team. The Rockies have hit 17.
Panik struck out in the first. And he lifts one out to Parra, who's going to get there in plenty of time. 2 outs. And here's Pence.
Chatwood is aggressive on the first pitch, and the Giants are doing the same thing. I mean, they're expecting a strike. They're getting it. They know he's around the strike zone a lot. They know he likes the fastball.
Pence rolled one to Story to end the first inning. No Buster Posey tonight, so Pence in the third slot. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Giants got into town yesterday. They got to their hotel about, what was it, 3:30-ish?
Yeah.
So plenty of time to unpack and go out and have a nice dinner in Denver, where there's very good restaurants all over the place. We had a nice dinner with that guy right there. Mario Alioto was kind enough to pick up the tab. 1 ball and 1 strike. Only caught that one in the web. 2-1.
I think took off on him.
Belt to follow. Pence in constant motion at the plate. He takes low.
Chatwood trying to go back in that inside corner low, where he got the first strike with. He can be careful here with an open first base.
And a base hit to left field. And here comes Span. And this is a bad throw by Parra. And with that, rolling into second base is Pence, and this game is tied.
2-out thunder right there. Nice at bat from Hunter Pitch's perspective. Got a good pitch to hit, went down and got it. And Gerardo Parra really makes a mistake. There you see the location mistake up above the belt. Nice flat swing, rifles it right out to left field. And here's where the Giants catch a break. Because Parra was gambling. He's trying to throw out Span. He throws completely over the head of everybody. And an easy take of second for Pence, who puts himself in score position.
So here's Belt. Belt bounced out to second on 1 pitch. And he takes an off-speed pitch at the belt for a ball strike.
Yeah, we talked about the arm strength of this Rockies outfield. They have exceptional arm strength in left field with Parra in right field with Carlos Gonzalez, and they will gamble. And sometimes, you know, that good arm will work against them, especially when they don't hit a cutoff man and lose 90 feet.
And this one should be a base hit to left. And now Parra's going to give it another shot. It's a good throw, and they got him. So Parra, who has been known to throw out a giant or two, is thrown out. They're going to take a look at it. And judging by that replay, I think they got him.
Yeah, they did too. Giants aren't sure yet. They're still hanging in there. We'll see on this angle. Watch the foot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at that, they may take a review.
Now, I don't think this is the angle that's going to tell you.
No. It does tell you they touched the plate.
So the Giants are going to tie it up. Belt does come up with a base hit. We'll head to the bottom of the third. It's 1-1. on April 18th. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Those are all 7:15 starts. And then day baseball on Thursday, the 21st. That's a 12:45 start. D-backs are good this year. sfgiants.com/tickets. So good. Today, Dodgers home opener, and they beat the Dodgers. Here's DJ LeMahieu. What's the final? 4-2?
4-2.
It was Patrick Corbin who picked up the win in that game. LeMahieu, an all-star last year, is 11 for 23. He's hitting .478.
And that's in the 9th spot of the lineup. Not often you see a guy hit .478 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs 7 games into the season.
And he shoots this one off the end of the bat for a base hit. This was the play to end the inning by Gerardo Parra.
He's got a strong arm and he's got an accurate arm, and this is right there in time. And Nick Hundley puts the tag on Pitts, and I think he gets him right around the belt, just a fraction before that foot slides across the plate. And that was close. Heck of a play.
So here's Charlie Blackmon, who lined out to Belt in the first inning. And he tries to bunt, and he bunts through it, and it's 0-1. Blackmon 1 for 6 lifetime against Samardzija.
Now here's the Exmo. This might be the most telling of all. It's the right foot. That is just so close. I do think they got him though.
Maybe so close that it would be inconclusive.
Well, that's the risk that you run.
Inconclusive wouldn't have done the Giants any good. 0-2 to Blackmon.
Rockies, like a lot of teams around baseball, go with the matted look on the helmet. See it everywhere now. Thing is, I haven't seen anybody completely scum up the face of the helmet with pine tar like they would do with the old shiny helmets.
We'll see in June. Way up high and away. 1-2. Rockies are 1-2 at home, 2-1 on the road. Last year at home, they were 36-45. This is a team that really has to do well at home because of their struggles on the road. Runner goes, puts on the brakes. It's wide, 2-2. Giants are 3-1 at home, 2-1 on the road. This is a 6-game road trip. 3 here and then 3 in Los Angeles on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Timeout is called.
Well, Samardzija did the smart thing. He came through with the pitch.
And a quick toss, and back is LeMahieu.
There was a time in baseball where the guy stepped out like that. They called time and you were in your motion. They taught you to throw a one-hopper at the guy. Those days are gone.
So that's what was happening. just now figured it out.
Guy hit slipped. Sorry, I didn't mean it.
Hit on the ground. Samardzija knocks it down. He will flip it to first. LeMahieu now in scoring position.
A bit frustrating for Samardzija because I think he feels even with Blackman's speed, that ball was hit so sharply to him, he'd have had a chance to get the double play.
Or Crawford was right behind him.
But balls like this, you're gonna react to.
Absolutely.
It's low on the heel of the glove, so you go to the bare hand, take the only out you can get. So they do get an out.
So here's Trevor Story. Story bounced out to Duffy in the first inning.
He is the talk of the town.
Outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
I mean, the guy's got 9 hits and 7 of them are home runs. And this is how he starts his career out.
That's Little League video game numbers.
And those are the stats. 7 home runs, 12 RBIs.
2-0.
Last year, in 2 different leagues, he hit 20 home runs combined. So it's not like this is something he's never done before. He's got some pop.
Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw to third, and it's to the outside of the bag, and it'll be a stolen base for LeMahieu.
That was a huge jump. Remember, Brown didn't have a chance. Watch the jump. I mean, that's why you got to vary your looks. And Samardzija got a little predictable with the look and then the turn. As soon as he turned his head, LeMahieu was skipping off. A perfect throw would not have made a difference. And that just made this a strikeout situation. Samardzija digging deep for that one. That was 95 right at the knees outside corner. And I think this guy looks middle in. If you look back, a lot of his home runs are inside. And they respected that and stayed away with it.
So a full count.
Little cutter off the plate. Knowing what side of the plate a guy looks when he's ahead of the count is essential. The guys will mix it up too, but they'll definitely have their favorite side.
Got it.
And that's what he was pitching for. And that's the first strikeout for Samardzija, and he does it in a runner at third, less than 2-out situation. Just a little cut fastball that was just working its way away from Story, and he gets him the chase. Big out.
Here's Gonzalez, who reached on a belt error in the first inning. That's the 9th time, by the way, that Story has struck out this year. So here's Gonzalez. And he takes it in tight. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, 9 strikeout, 29 at bats. So
he's not afraid to swing.
You know, you're hitting 7 home runs and 29 at bats. You can do that. Carlos Gonzalez in the past. When he gets count leverage, he's got it now in the 2-0 count. I mean, he will just commit himself. He'll just swing.
I'm going to swing wherever it is. Except there. 2 balls and 1 strike.
That was nasty. That was a nice little cut at 93. It was a late movement, broke him down.
Two and 1 to Carlos Gonzalez. And he wraps this one on the ground to Panic. Belt's got to get to the bag, he does, and that's going to end the inning. Really nice job by Samardzija. Giants are coming up. Duffy to hit first.
By Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
We've got a 1-1 ball game as we head to inning number 4. And Duffy's going to lead things off. And Duffy takes wide. Balls and no strikes. Duffy lined out to right field in the second. Here he takes highest 3-0. He had a good at bat. And a 4-pitch walk. The Giants will take that.
Yeah, to lead off an inning especially. Well, Stanley Cup playoffs, game number 1. Sharks taking the Kings on. And you'll see that game Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Pregame live at 7 p.m. on CSN California. The Sharks are back in the playoffs and are ready to face off against the rival Kings. Do not miss a moment of the home of the Authentic Sharks. And it's the Authentic Sharks fan is right here at CSN
Sharks are
California.
back in the playoffs. That means they're dangerous.
A lot going on in the Bay Area right now.
Absolutely. Here's Crawford. Crawford could be paired. LeMahieu to Story to Reynolds. In this park, that's a beautiful thing.
Well, it is. I mean, Chatwood, after giving up the 4-pitch walk, gets 1 pitch, sinker down around the knees, gets a ground ball. Just like that, too. And it becomes a calm inning.
Here's Pagan. Pagan with a base hit in the second. Nobody on, 2 outs. Start.
We had lots of wind earlier in the day during batting practice, and it really was in the hitter's face. It was a stiff wind.
Foul past Roberto Kelly.
Right now, there's none wind.
It is very quiet.
Flags are blowing straight down. Yeah. So a little advantage the pitchers had early, gone.
Outside to Pagan. Brown to follow. Pop-up on a play on pitch number 50.
Yeah, just a stay alive hack. He didn't have a lot of lower body in it, but fight it off. Live to see another pitch.
And he sees another pitch, and he pokes it into center field for a base hit. And that'll bring up Brown.
That's the type of an at bat right there that'll put a big old smile on a hitting instructor's face. I mean, his hands stayed back. They stayed back the previous pitch to fight off a pitch, and here they stay back again. Throw it right back up the middle. Get yourself a 2-out knock. At the very least, you get more pitches out of Chatwood.
Brown bounced out to Arenado to end the second. This is where you try to hit one in the gap and watch Pagan run. Foul off of Huntley. Samardzija to follow. It's a 1-1 ball game here in the top of the 4th inning at Coors Field in Denver. Swing by Brown, 0-2.
Mr. Posey talking over with Kelby Tomlinson. Hitting. It's an endless conversation.
Two. Outside, 1-2.
And it really is a conversation that starts when they get to the yard and it doesn't end until they leave. They talk ball.
Got him. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It'll be Arenado to hit first.
reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Well, the 2016 All-Star Teachers brought to you by Provident Credit Union. You can vote at csnbayarea.com/AST. It's the 10th season of the All-Star Teacher Program, recognizes teachers that make a difference. The winner is going to receive $20,000 for his or her school. Arenado's going to lead things off. It's a 1-1 ball game. Arenado popped out to center field to end the first. And he skies one foul down the left field line.
So to wait around long enough, you're going to see some wind. And
I thought you said the wind was blowing straight down.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden now it's blowing out to right. It was completely the other way.
Does that mean something's coming in? Let's look at the 9 different weather apps that we have.
Always looking for more.
Down the right field line and out of play. Forecast. It says chance of rain. I got dry for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm going with dry for the next 3 hours.
Although it's fun to sleep in this town when they've got thunderstorms. Strike 3 call, and Arenado knew it.
A little cut at 93. It's such a subtle movement. And the fact that he's locating so well down around the knees, I mean, that's dramatically different than his last outing in Milwaukee, where he had a problem getting down around the knees. Not tonight.
So here's Parra. Parra singled and scored in the second. And here he takes a pitch for a ball. Hey, Mario Alioto's here. Mario bought us dinner last night. Executive Vice President, Business Operations with the Giants. He's flanked by his 2 sons, Marco and Dominic. This is popped into center field for Span. His 2 boys go to school in the area.
Well, Mario is a happy boy watching baseball with his sons.
Plus, he's now involved in the restaurant business. And you've been to his restaurant.
Yeah, the original U.S. restaurant in North Beach. It's fantastic.
First time I met Mario, he was the visiting clubhouse man at 19 years old at Candlestick.
Yeah, 1980. He was a good clubby too.
Here's Reynolds, and he swings and misses 0-1.
You know what's great about Mario when he was a clubby is his mother would cook the food. And it was Italian food, and it was unbelievable. The Alioto family.
Here's the 0-1 delivery. Inside to Reynolds.
That game would end to Candlestick when he was a clubby, and you'd see like 25 guys sprinting across the field to get into the clubhouse to eat his mom's food.
And the same woman, that's the rally grandma, right?
That's right.
That's Mario's mom. Two and 1 to Mark Reynolds. Reynolds got more power than he knows what to do with it.
Man, those are good pitches. Sam Holbrook, I mean, I like him because he's an umpire that will look for strikes, but his corners can't get tight. And they have tightened up. 2 pitches in this inning. Pitches that Samardzija wanted, and he didn't get either one of them.
Reynolds pops it out of play, so it's now 3-2.
Reynolds, a 9-year veteran. Started this season with 237 lifetime home runs. Dangerous.
First walk issued by Jeff Samardzija, and that'll bring up Nick Hundley. Hundley hit into a double play in the second. It knocked in a run. Hundley hit it with runners at first and third. Samardzija out of the belt. And it's high.
That fastball, that area right there, keep it from jumping out there and diving on that outside part of the plate. Hundley's a good mistake hitter. He likes something up above the belt. That's where he can hurt you.
And a strike.
Hundley will be a coach, maybe even a manager someday. Let's get that kind of makeup. See a lot of ex-catchers go into the managerial ranks. There's one right there.
Threw it right by him. It's now 1-2. Chatwood would hit next if Hundley reaches here in the fourth. It's a 1-1 ball game. Hundley steps out. Good swing by Hundley as he fouls it straight back. It remains at 1-2.
Set that split finger fastball before every pitch in his glove. Now he may not throw the split, but he figures if he doesn't do that, if he puts the split in and tries to fix the pitch in his glove, he'll tip the pitch, which is why he presets it.
No swing. 2-2.
Rob Drake, the umpire at first base, he almost looked like he was offended that you would ask him if he swung.
Two and two with Reynolds aboard at first. And again, Hundley stays alive. And another 2-2 pitch is just inside a full count, and now Reynolds will take off.
Pitch count a little high. Ideally, you'd like to be 60 pitches or less at the end of the fourth inning. Play down there by a fan.
So this will be the ninth pitch coming up.
Yeah, in the modern era of baseball, when the pitch count is such an important stat, as you watch this guy's play, no glove. Or did he have a glove? Yes, he did. Well played.
Okay. Bring your glove, get both.
But in the era of the pitch count, I mean, a 10 pitch at bat, it'd kill you.
kills you, especially if you lose it. So back-to-back 2-out walks, and here's Chatwood. Chatwood bounced out to Panik in the second. So you have to face Chatwood right now like he's Nolan Arenado, and there's a called strike.
Well, you got to take him serious anyway. I mean, he's a good little hitter. I mean, his lifetime average is 275, so that's 59 at bats. I mean, we say he's in his 5th year at the big leagues. He lost 2 years because of Tommy John twice, but he can hit.
Wraps this one on the ground to Panik. Juggles it a bit and throws him out, and that'll end the inning. So the 2 walks do not hurt Samardzija. He will lead things off. Is Mario and the boys checking it out.
And your special event package will include a game ticket to see the Giants take on the Fish, the Marlins, and a bobblehead of World Golf Hall of Famer and Bay Area native Julie Inkster. Reminder, you want the bobblehead, you need to get a ticket. Go to sfgiants.com/special events. I want to get that, I want to get that, I want to get that.
You will. 1-1 ball game. Giants will have Samardzija, and then the top of the order facing Tyler Chatwood. Chatwood has scattered 6 hits. He's allowed 1 run. Giants have had a runner thrown out at home. If Gerardo Parra is in the park, he's going to throw a Giant out at home. He is. It really doesn't matter what uniform he's in.
Well, you kind of feel the same way about the guy in right field too, Carlos Gonzalez. Don't forget the guy in center had 8 assists last year.
Samardzija with a healthy rip, and he fouls it at the plate.
The Rockies, I mean, you're really looking at a good defensive unit. I mean, they're fantastic. For the most part, you've got guys with above average arms around the whole field. The question mark for Colorado is going to be the same question mark they've had since they've come into the league, and that is, can you get enough pitching?
Samardzija skies it into straightaway center field, and with the wind moving it around, Blackman puts it away, 1 out. And that'll bring up Span. Span doubled and scored in the third. Hit a ball down the left field line.
Well, he's getting a little itchy too. I mean, it's hard to be patient when you're a veteran. You come to a city you've respected, you want to make an impact. Just now starting to feel better with his swing. And when you see him that way, you'll see him take a lot of balls to left field.
And this one on the inside corner, 0-1.
And his double tonight went to left field. Not a guy you can just lay it in there against him either. He's got pop. He's got good power for leadoff hitter.
Joe Panik is on deck. And this is hit to LeMahieu, who will spin around and throw him out.
Nice play by the Gold Glover, LeMahieu.
And that'll bring up Panik. Panik tonight has struck out and he's flied out to left. And Panik takes a called strike. Panik trying to get on for Pence, and it's low.
A little unusual how Chatwood will separate his hands. He separates them high. Cindy's got a little funkiness to his delivery, and it all starts when he starts to break the hands. And you can see he's a bit of a rapper, and rappers traditionally will have elbow problems. As we mentioned earlier, he's had 2 Tommy Johns, and he really puts a little stress on his elbow early in his motion.
It's hard enough to come back from one, although you see a lot of pitchers do it. On the ground, fair over the bag. Panik should end up in scoring position, and he does. He's got a 2-out double. So Pence will hit again with a runner in scoring position.
Man, an outstanding 2-strike, 2-out at bat. You see where Arenado, the third baseman, was playing at the shortstop position. So they completely gave Joe Panik third base, and he winds up taking it. Ball was not that far from going right over the bag.
So Pence picked up RBI number 6 on the base hit in the third.
Right back in that inside corner first pitch. Here's the 2-strike swing of the bat for Panik. Inside it, head stares right down. You can see where they play and completely expose the left side. Right over the bag. I like that look.
One and one to Hunter Pence.
Not looking fastball because there was 0 lower body in that swing. That looked like an emergency swing with 1 strike.
High and foul and out of play. It remains 1 and 2. 70 pitches now for Chatwood.
75 or less at the end of 5, so he's about where he should be.
stays alive.
Old extendo bat right there. But still, I mean, anytime you make a hitter lose his legs because of good location, you made a nice pitch. And you should with a 1-2 count.
Pence in a battle with Tyler Chatwood. And a foul back.
I think this is going to be a little reminder here from Nick Hundley talking to Chatwood. Look, you're ahead in the count. Better location than that last pitch. You want to think corner, you want to think let your movement take it out of the strike zone. With the hope that that hitter is going to chase.
Pence hits a high drive to left. It is out of here. And the Giants take the lead. Tried to come in.
Now they were standing on that side of the plate through all of his at-bats tonight. And he beats it, and he does it in a 2-strike, 2-out situation, and the Giants take the lead.
For Pence, his second of the year.
I mean, that was right to the glove. That's not a hanger either. He dug out a knee-high sinker and just says, yeah, that sounds like I might want to take a swing at that.
Belt rolls it foul.
You know, I mean, hitters like to hit home runs in any count, but I think it means a little more when they can do it in a 2-strike count. It hurts a pitcher a little more.
Bell on a check swing roller back to Chatwood. And they'll end the inning. That's the one where you hope they didn't take a picture of it and put it on the baseball card next year. This one is what you'd want on your card. And it's bye-bye baby. It's off with Chatwood, and the Giants take the lead.
CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Amici's East Coast Pizzeria. When you want the best pizza in town, Amici's delivers.
On the Pence home run, the Giants lead 3-1. Is Samardzija now will face DJ LeMahieu, who opened up the third inning with a base hit to right field.
And Samardzija's got the lead for the first time tonight.
Out of play. one strike.
It's a guy that has come into the big leagues. Not a good player, but he's gotten better every year.
Very
in
solid.
all facets of his game.
Very solid.
Good player.
Pops this one. That's going to be just over the Rockies dugout. It's 1-2.
LeMahieu, you know, he did something that is very difficult to do. He's a tall guy, 6'4". I mean, that's tall for a middle infielder. And when he first got to the big leagues, you know, you attacked a tall hitter's hands. And there for a while, that was a weakness. Not anymore. He sewed it up.
Foul. Minnesota hasn't won a game. Did they win today? Did they play today?
I don't think they played.
Okay, so that's kind of a win. Atlanta hasn't won a game. Did they win today?
He got beat 2-1.
They did not.
0-7 now. But she does not care because her ice cream is all that matters.
1-2 pitch. Play again.
It's such a great age when you don't even have to wipe your face off. It's just not part of the plan.
Well, I was about 22 when I figured it out.
Well, with Cheetos, it's still going on, pal.
I think I was in Reno. Somebody said, "Are you going to hit with that on your face?" Span is going to put it away. MLB.TV Premium. It is the #1 live streaming sports service, and it delivers everything you have come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. It includes a free subscription to At Bat Premium. Visit MLB.TV for details. Here's Blackmon with 1 out. And Blackman's going to take a strike. He's lined out to first and he's bounced back to Samardzija. One ball and 1 strike.
I mean, you look at the new acquisitions the Giants have with Jeff Samardzija and Johnny Cueto, and they're 2 pitchers that will definitely show the numbers on their back to a hitter. Samardzija with a big upper body turn. He'll let you see who you're hitting against.
Well, these two are going to be together for what, at least 5 years? Samardzija.
Yeah.
What do you bet by year 3? He's quick pitching and he's turning his back and throwing between his legs.
Well, he's got the turn of the back down. The quick pitch will come.
Get on the ground. Panic's going to dive. He can't quite get it. It's a base hit. So Blackmon with a base hit, and that'll bring up Trevor Story. Those are hard infield base hits right there. Some parks you get them, some parks you don't. But it is aggravating for a pitcher because he gets a ground ball.
Well, and we talk about the speed of this infield. Now, from Coors Field standards, it's not as fast as we've seen it. It's still a quick infield, and it does limit your range of your infielders. And I think that was an example of it right there.
So here's Story. Story is bounced out and struck out. And Samardzija will go at him out of the stretch with Blackmon, who's got 1 steal on the year with a good lead. And it draws the attention. And Samardzija throws to first.
I think that was a one-way lead back to the bag. There are 2 one-way leads. I mean, one is you get your lead and you break towards second if it's a one-way lead to second, or another one you get a big lead and then you break it back to first base. Going on first move.
Strike, and it's 0-1. All right, here we go. I will assure you that when I was that age, my mother did not have that soft touch.
No.
She took 3 layers of skin with her.
Oh, yeah. And if the napkin got dry, she'd go right to the tongue. Wet it up again.
Swing. That's nothing at
81 pitches.
And by the way, in 35 years from now, I'm going to let you eat your ice cream any way you want. I'll do the cleanup. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. It's good to know.
And then, you know, if you don't mind, you can make that promise to me. We're good.
Consider it a promise.
1 and 2.
Yeah, if you eat ice cream, though, you will get a little cold. That's what moms are for, though.
My daughter that age would say, all right, it's time to go.
I'm good. I get my ice cream.
One ball and 2 strikes. Fouled out of play, a healthy rip by Trevor Story.
That's not the abbreviated 2-strike swing that you see most middle infielders have. That's the I have 7 home runs already this year, and I'm going to try and hit another one swing. Let's take a look at it. I mean, that's the Yucca 2 hack right there. That's a good swing. Lets that ball get deep to him. You can see why he's got power.
Close, 2-2.
That's a good pitch. That's a tough take right there. But in a 1-2 count, I mean, from a pitcher's perspective, that's exactly what you want to do.
Got him. For the second time, the 3rd strikeout for Samardzija, and here's Gonzalez.
Now we talk about it, you know, you start to have patterns as a hitter. 7 home runs going to put you on the map. Guys are going to start doing a little research. They found out he's looking middle in a lot. Giants have handled him on the outside part of the plate tonight. 2 times Samardzija has gone there with a payoff pitch and got him to go out of the strike zone for strike 3.
Also a nice job by Trevor Brown. That ball was fouled into his glove. So here's Gonzalez, who reached on an error and he's bounced out to panic. And he rockets this one up the middle as he almost knocked Samardzija right on his rear end.
I guarantee Samardzija could hear that one whizzing by. You know, when coming like that back up the middle, you're glad you fall off towards the first base side. Watch Samardzija clear out. And he didn't miss it by much.
So here's Arenado, who's popped out and struck out. '86 pitches for Jeff Samardzija.
Arenado likes that first pitch too.
Yes, he does. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
Perfect 94 sink inside corner to knees.
Who's it going to be? It's going to be Pagan, who can't get it. And now they're going to throw home, and they got him at the plate. So Blackmon scores. It's a 3-2 ball game. Is Pagan at the last second called off Crawford, and he couldn't come up with it. Giants still leading. It's 3-2.
vehicles in America, Toyota. Let's go places. And by Xfinity. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV.
It's a 3-2 ball game as Duffy lines this one right to LeMahieu. 1 out.
One pitch, 1 out.
And that'll bring up Crawford.
A lot of area to cover for outfielders. This became a no man's land type of play, but Pagan makes up for it. Picks the ball up quickly. A strike to Brown, who gets the ball in time to come back and swipe tag. And Gonzalez is sent back and the inning ends. Well, that's a nice play by Trevor Brown.
So here's Crawford. Crawford is 1 for 2. And he takes a pitch high. 1 ball and no strikes. Pagan to follow. And it's low and in, 2-0. Giants with 8 hits, the Rockies with 6. And Crawford shoots it foul.
Let's take a look at the pop-up. Crawford goes out. Now he's waiting to get called off. Pagan calls him off, and now all of a sudden the drift. But he comes up, and he manages to get a beautiful throw out to Brown in time to swipe tag Gonzalez. I mean, that's an unusual play because, you know, 2 things happen there.
And a base hit to left field for Crawford.
2 things happen. 1, I mean, it's a break for the Rockies. They get momentum on the play. And then 2, Pagan takes that momentum right back and puts it in his dugout with the strike. If he doesn't make that throw, Giants are still out there in the field in a tie ball game at least, and you don't know what's going to go on.
So here's Pagan, who's 2 for 2.
So a double momentum play. One way going to the Rockies and one way winding up with the Giants.
Outside corner, and it's 0-1.
It is the biggest outfield in the National League to try and cover if you're an outfielder. There's just nothing easy about it. Nothing comfortable about it. Especially when there's wind.
Look out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The carry in this ballpark is different. And the one thing, I mean, the gaps are pretty fair. They're not ultra fast gaps, and I think that is one thing that is fair to the pitcher. There's not a lot of help you're going to get here as a pitcher. They do have pretty big foul territories between the baselines and the dugouts, and the gaps are not ultra fast. That's about it.
Well, it's hard to get free agents to come here if you're a pitcher. The Rockies have also found out that it's hard to develop pitchers here. And it's not without a lack of an effort. I mean, they know the deal.
Well, they got good people come through here and try to figure it out. It is the annual question that surrounds this club. Will they get enough pitching? Always have enough offense.
God stays alive.
And now with this 2016 team, I mean, it's a tremendous defensive team. It's the type of defense that could help a pitcher. But the environment is it's tough. It's tough to succeed here as a pitcher.
Two and two. Pagan trying to reach. Trevor Brown, who's on deck.
they've tried everything. They've tried 4-man rotation where they piggyback guys. Basically have 2 guys be a starting combination for a given day. Here we came in and the outfielders were playing 10 steps in than you normally see in other ballparks, with the idea that balls that drop in front of you, you're going to get to them. They were conceding the ball over their head. That didn't work. They've humidified the baseballs. This year they've raised the fence in right center.
Two and two. Pagan in a battle with Chatwood as he fouls another one out of play. There's the fence that Mike's talking about. Yeah, I hit it over that. It is the area where the ball really carries. There's on the ground. That's one, not in time.
Well, the Giants Insider Podcast is live on csnbayarea.com. You can log in each week as Insider Alex Pavlovich talks baseball with players, coaches, special guests, and more. Giants Insider Podcast with Alex Pavlovich on csnbayarea.com. Also available on iTunes.
You saw Jason Gurka getting loose. So here's Brown. And we'll see if Pagan has any thoughts of trying to steal. You do have the pitcher coming up next, which would open first base, but Samardzija a good hitter. Hit high. Hit deep. Out of here. Home run number 2 on the year for Brown. And it's 5-2. I think he wants to stay in the big leagues. I really do.
Well, you keep having at bats like that. You're talking 2 outs. I mean, Pagan extends the inning by beating out the backside of that double play. Here he takes a fastball at the belt and he knows it.
Didn't even take a stride.
I mean, I don't think his arms were extended either. That's a bent arm home run. See you later.
So here's Samardzija. And Samardzija hits it foul down the right field line and out of play. Well, every game that Buster Posey doesn't start, if Brown hits a home run, that's going to be a good thing. He did it on Friday night against the Dodgers as that pitch is down low. And this is wrapped to right, and it's going to sail over the head of Gonzalez. Samardzija, who believes he can run a little bit, is going to dig into second base with a double.
Yeah, he can run. Let's go back to the home run one more time. Watch the elbows. I mean, that's a bent arm swing, and he digs out a high fastball. That is not a mislocation. If the guy extends those arms, that bat breaks up in 40 pieces.
Here's Steve Foster, the pitching coach, coming out. Meeting on the mound brought to you by Ring Central, business communications made simple.
We've been talking about the athleticism of Jeff Samardzija, and I mean, look, he's got great credentials. He's an All-American, first-team All-American wide receiver at Notre Dame. Could have played in the NFL. Could have easily played in the NFL. Would have been a top pick. I mean, you got a pretty good look of just what type of speed that this guy has running out this double. So you see Bam Bam Meulen's talking it over with Trevor Brown.
Well, here's Span. Span is 1 for 3. And he takes a pitch just inside. Chatwood wanted it. It's 1-0. Blocked by Hundley. 2 balls and no strikes.
When he left home plate, he looked more like a wide receiver than he did a pitcher in the big leagues.
2-0 pitch to Span. Span wraps it on the ground. Reynolds with a nice play, and that'll end the inning. Trevor Brown hits one into the bleachers and left. And it's bye-bye baby. 5-2 Giants.
And Trevor Story was the story coming into tonight's ball game. 7 home runs in his first 6 games in the big leagues. Tonight, however, Samardzija has pitched him tough. A ground out in the first inning. And then in the 3rd inning, Samardzija strikes him out on the outside corner with a nasty little cutter. That's a 3-2 count. Then he gets him again with by way of the strikeout in the 5th. And he goes to the same side of the plate, a little cutter. So Story so far tonight, the Giants have done a good job of handling him. And that man right there has been responsible.
So this will be the bottom of the 6th, and Samardzija will go after Parra, Reynolds, and Hundley. Parra has singled and scored, and he's popped out to Span. And the Giants right-hander kicks and deals, and it's his called strike to Parra.
Nailed the outside corner. Giants take away the bunt with Matt Duffy playing in on the grass at 3rd base. Parra will do that.
Pagan over by the foul line as he's battling the wind, and he'll put it away.
Talked about Samardzija's speed. Watch him go. Now, this is a guy who's 6'5", about 235. That is not your prototypical pitcher.
I vaguely remember you running like that in the middle 80s.
I could only dream. Plus, he looked good running. You know, I mean, he looked like an athlete.
Here's Reynolds, who takes inside for a ball. You're built like him.
Oh my goodness. The only thought I had when I was running is I'm just glad people aren't watching me dance.
1 ball and no strikes. Popped him up. Yeah, you and I You and I had one thing in common, and that's we were the king of the slow dance. That's just about it.
That's right, slow dance. I'll dance that one.
Here's Nick Hundley.
But you had a good stride. You were good. You ran good.
Could not get off the dance floor fast enough when they went from slow dance to fast dance. Here's Hundley. No, I could not dance.
No, I've seen you. That's not true.
On the ground, slowly to Duffy. Duffy's going to have to hurry. He's got him. And a nice inning for Samardzija. 2 pop-ups and a ground ball, and we'll head to the 7th. And Panic's going to lead things off.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Here at Coors Field, Denver, it's the Giants 5 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. Rockies 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Jeff Samardzija has been fantastic. 6 strong innings. And Hunter Pence, a 2-strike, 2-out home run. And Trevor Brown, a 2-strike, 2-out, 2-run homer. And that has been the difference in this ball game. They've got 5 runs against Tyler Chatwood, who is now out of this ball game. That is our Toyota game summary. When it's time for Change Things Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. The new pitcher now for these Rockies will be the left-hander Jason Gurka. And this is what he has done in 3 games. He's been getting torched. 13 hits and 4 2/3. Pressure's on this young man. Low 90s fastball. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup.
It is a double switch. Paulson is now at first. His Panic is going to face Gurka. Takes a pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes. Five-2 Giants here in the 7th.
Rockies have 4 left-handers in their bullpen. It's rare that you will see more left-handers in a bullpen than right-handers, but such is the case with Colorado. 4 lefties, 3 righties.
Panic rolls this one to first. And Paulson right away gets some work.
All right, time now for a Ford right choice. We go back to the 5th inning. It's a 2-1 ball game, or a 1-1 ball game, and with 2 strikes, 2 outs, Hunter Pence does this. Spirited at bat against Tyler Chatwood, and ends in a 2-run shot. This is the first time the Giants would lead in this ball game. That's our Ford right choice.
Giants have homered in every game this season, and that's a franchise record. Pence takes down low. Belt to follow. Up the middle, speared by Gurka. Out number 2. Check out our Togo's big play the Togo's way. It was Brandon Belt's home run on Sunday. He had a 2-run home run off of Scott Kazmir. And Giants were down 5-0 in that game. That tied it, and it came in the bottom of the 3rd. So here he's facing Jason Gurka, a lefty, with the overshift on. And Belt fouls it back. He had a nice rip. Yep. Trevor Brown talking to Buster Posey.
That's a good curveball there.
Jeremy Affeldt, first day in the part of the pregame show. So Greg Papa asked for a little advice. Really didn't give him any advice.
None?
Well, just make sure you praise the host. But I think the best advice for Affeldt is, look, he's got to not talk about players if they make mistakes, right? I think if you immediately go after Buster Posey, then you can go after everybody else.
No, immediately go after Madison Bumgarner because he will pin him up against the wall. Now, once you do that, you're going to be a good pre and post game analyst.
Two pitch to Belt. Belt rolls it foul. So you look, Jeremy's listening. I'm sure he can take our advice or just ignore it. The latter might be what he should do.
Yeah.
2-2 to Belt.
But you will get some interesting perspective because he knows this team so well.
Belt hits a high foul down the right field line, and that'll be a souvenir.
Well, the Giants had the play ball luncheon prior to the season, and there was a little part of the program where you and I on the stage, we were asking 5 or 6 players some questions, and then it turned over to Jeremy, who was doing his questioning from the audience, and he was great because he knew how to tease the guys,
right.
Knew what he could get away with.
Belt out swinging to end the inning.
And it was fun.
It'll be Ben Paulson to lead things off. It remains 5-2 Giants. If you're looking for the ideal gift for a friend or family member that's graduating, check out the Giants Grad Pack. It's the perfect gift for a graduate this spring. Tickets to 2 Giants games plus a class of 2016 Giants cap with an orange tassel. Come on, $36. sfgiants.com/mini-packs. Paulson with a swing, ain't gonna miss.
That includes if he graduated from traffic school too. Not a problem. All smiles here at Coors Field.
Done it twice.
Traffic school?
Check swing foul to the backstop, 0-2. And I'm convinced that traffic school is just 6 hours of torture.
It's supposed to be.
I mean, that's what they do. And the instructors are fine. They're great. And they're going to appeal.
Oh, he struck out twice. He struck out in the location and he struck out in the half swing.
It's Jerry Davis down there.
All right, let's take a look. Did he go? He's out. See you later. Jerry. I don't know about that one.
Got him anyway. Strikeout number 4. And here's LeMahieu.
Jerry had a perfect game going until then.
Yeah. Jerry may go back and look at that one and agree with you. Then he may look at it and say you're full of it.
Yeah. He is a good guy, though. Crew chief of this umpiring crew. Been around a long time.
LeMahieu skies one out to Hunter Pence. And on the 97th pitch, Samardzija's got 2 outs. And here's Charlie Blackmon.
Talk about the success that Samardzija has had in Coors Field. I mean, and there aren't many guys that can lay claim to that. He has been fantastic tonight.
He might be worth $30 million a year in a Rockies uniform.
That's not a bad call.
Blackmon takes a call strike. Look out. Almost got him on the right elbow. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was pitch number 100.
Really, the 1 inning, the 4th inning was the inning when he really had to dig deep pitch count wise, and that's not even that many. And the reason why he can have long innings is because he doesn't have a lot of specialty pitches. I mean, fastball, cut, sinker, go get him. He hasn't thrown many splits tonight at all. There's one right there. He doesn't have a curveball. And the fastball is the pitch that's the easiest on your arm.
Blackmon pops it up, and it'll be Crawford. And a nice inning for Samardzija as we head to the 8th inning. Duffy, Crawford, and Pagan. It's 5-2 Giants.
it right here. Well, you'll see it on CSN Plus tomorrow at 5:30. Pregame live at 5 o'clock. Log on to csnbayarea.com for channel locations in your area. Jake Peavy taking on Jordan Lyles.
So here's Duffy. Duffy's 0 for 2. He has hit the ball hard twice. He's got nothing to show for it. And he takes a strike. Duffy shoots another one at LeMahieu. 3 line drives. He's 0 for 3.
Yeah, he's got a nice swing going, and that's what has come out of tonight. It's a little frustrating, but he also knows that he's got control of that bat head.
Crawford's got a pair of hits. You see Jason Gurka. Angel Pagan to follow.
Samardzija solid through 8, or through 7 rather.
I didn't see anybody throwing.
I think he's in the game.
Hit the other way, but Parham is drifting back, and he'll make the catch. 2 outs for Pagan.
I mean, Samardzija's pitch count right now is 102 pitches, and he's got a body built for 130. I mean, easy. Again, I mean, he doesn't beat himself up with a lot of different type of pitches that torque the arm differently. Has thrown a lot of fastballs tonight.
Good night for Pagan. He's 2 for 3, a couple of singles. Strike. Cued foul as Billy Hayes watches that one roll by. Sometimes you feel like you should go after it. That time Billy Hayes said no.
Hey, he never moved an inch. Second season as the Giants first base coach. Been to this organization a long time. 12 years in the bullpen.
Little foul. This one past Roberto Kelly.
You know, he was the bullpen catcher, but he's so much more than that. I mean, he's just another coach is what he is. He's done it all in the minor leagues. He's coached. He's managed for many years.
And we'll give you an honest answer.
If you don't want the honest answer, don't ask him the question.
Yeah, go to somebody else. Very high, 1 and 2.
But that's exactly why the players like him and respect him. I mean, he's a baseball guy.
Little flare into center field. And that's good hit by Angel Pagan. It's a Coors Field hit.
That's a 3-hit night for Pagan. And all of his hits have come with 2 outs.
Trevor Brown hit his 2nd home run of the year in the 6th inning.
Well, that's an impressive swing of the bat because of how he went after that high pitch at the bell. I mean, from Tyler Chatwood's perspective, he's thinking, I made the pitch I wanted, and he just beat it.
Yeah, he's got 2 hits this year, and they're both home runs. And he takes wide, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Samardzija is on deck. Off the end of the bat, foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants with 12 hits. Outside and low, 2 balls and a strike.
Activity in both bullpens. Sergio Romo for the Giants, Justin Miller for the Rockies. A couple of right-handers.
Pagan goes, pitches outside, and he's going to steal it.
Well, we've seen two stolen bases tonight in this game. One by the Rockies, now one with the Giants here, and both bases have been stolen off of the pitcher. It's just a huge jump, and he was going on first move in a big lead. So that changes the at-bat.
It does. Out of play on the 3-1 pitch. It's now 3-2.
Outfielders here in Colorado, all good assist arms. A strong arm in left and strong arm in right, and a great quick release with accuracy in center with Charlie Blackmon. He had 8 assists last year. That led all National League center fielders. But Pagan has great speed, and he should get a jump with 2 outs.
Drives one to left. Parra back at the wall. He's done it again. It is out of here. And the biggest smile comes from Buster Posey, because you know somebody said something to him.
Yeah, like, hey, you're going to get Wally pipped.
It's 7-2.
He does it on a 3-2 curveball from Jason Gurka.
As Samardzija is going to wrap one foul, and it's 0-1.
Now let's take a look as he measures it. Gurka can't walk him. He's got to throw something in the strike zone. He throws him a breaking ball. It's up. 0 stride. Just a great hip throw, and that ball jumped out of here.
This is pulled foul. He's got 3 hits on the season, and they're all home runs.
A look at another great 2-strike, 2-out swing of the bat from the Giants tonight.
Got him, and that's going to end the inning. Giants scored 2 more times. 2 more times on another 2-run home run off the bat of Trevor Brown. He's got 3 on the season. And it's bye-bye, baby. Mitchell tonight after Giants postgame live right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. It'll be reaction to the ball game tonight here in Denver. Warriors discuss going for win number 73, and the Sharks prepare for the playoffs against the Kings. 7-2 Giants. Samardzija going after Trevor Story for the 4th time. Story is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. All 3 hits, 3-run home runs, or 2-run home runs. So here's Story. It turns out that the Trevor in this game, the story is going to Trevor Brown.
You're right. Trevor Brown now leads the Giants in home runs. And Trevor Story leads the Rockies in home runs with 7.
And the pitch is wide. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck is Gonzalez. And then Arenado. One and 2.
That cut fastball has really been a problem for Story. He just has not been able to pick it up. As you see Romo and Javier Lopez.
Got him for the 3rd time.
Yeah, they have definitely found out something about Trevor Story. And this man right here has picked him clean on that outside corner with power cut. Set up in the outside corner, and the movement is just a little subtle slide away. And Story is not seeing it.
And what do you think the velocity is on that?
It's been between 90 and 94. The one thing about his cut is he doesn't take a lot of velocity off it.
Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 1 for 3. And he takes high. It's off the glove of Brown. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 7-2 Giants here in the 8th inning. Popped them up. Span is going to have plenty of time to get there. 2 outs. And here's Nolan Arenado, who is the one who benefited on a pop-up that was a bit problematic for Pagan and fell in for a base hit, and he picked up an RBI. Strike, and it's 0-1. Coach was telling us last night that there isn't anybody on this Giants starting staff that minds at all about throwing to Trevor Brown. It's a pitch down low.
When you can do that as a young catcher, I mean, you've arrived.
Kane, Peavy, all these guys, you think they've had a few years in the books?
These are all, we're talking veterans with lots of years in. And they're not that easy to win over.
Wrapped on the ground to Duffy. Duffy has it. He'll throw to Belt. And Samardzija with a 1-2-3 8th. He's retired 9 in a row. 7-2 Giants.
ninth inning. Time now for our play of the game. It's brought to you by Honda, and we think that's right. The Rook, Trevor Brown, on a career night, two-run homers, 4 RBI night, and he also made a great play at the plate. We're going to make Trevor Brown our Honda player of the game.
He's also handled Samardzija. Here's Span, who takes a strike. Not that Samardzija is hard to handle, but he's another veteran guy.
Well, I think that's going to be it for Samardzija. Set 8 solid innings.
Span hits a high pop-up into left field, and Parra is going to get there, and he'll put it away.
You know, I don't think for a second that isn't something that Trevor Brown takes great pride in. I mean, for him to feel like he made a contribution to Samardzija's night, you know, he's going to walk out here feeling good. Look, the 2 2-run homers can make him feel good too, but your number one responsibility as a catcher is to your pitchers.
Here's Panik. Panik doubled in the 5th and scored. So he's 1 for 4. A UCLA kid. Roll to first, and Paulson will make the play. That would make Brown one of Brian Murphy's favorite players.
That's right. Brian Murphy of the Murphy Mac Show, KNBR. He's a Bruin.
Here's Pence. Pence takes inside for a ball, 1-0. If the Giants hold on, that'll be a win for Samardzija, his first in a Giants uniform. Here's a little squibber out in front of home plate, and that's going to end the inning. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Giants with a 7-2 lead. Post-game live. You get highlights, reactions, and analysis. It's all coming up right after the game. Giants with a 7-2 lead, and the new pitcher will be George Cantos. When it's time for a change, take Speedy Oil Change at Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
The numbers on Cantos through 4 games, 3 innings, 5 base runners allowed, a couple of strikeouts. And for Cantos, 2 types of movement on the fastball, great slider. He's got a curveball and a changeup. Going to try and bring this one home for Jeff Samardzija.
So Contos is going to face Parra. Then it will be Christian Adames, who's on deck. And then Ben Paulson. So Parra takes a strike. And at third is Duffy.
The Rockies should be in a take strike mode here, down 5 runs. Just a bit low.
Parra rolls it foul. He singled in his first at bat. He eventually scored. Since then he's popped out twice. Contos rubs up a new baseball. Duffy now gets to relax at third.
The weather that the Giants saw today is pretty much what we're going to see the next couple of days. I mean, it's gorgeous spring days here in Denver, but they are chilly at night. Around 50 degrees right now, maybe in the high 40s. No.
Very high to Parra. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The only thing about Denver when it gets cold is that it's hard to find moisture on your fingertips, hard to get a feel of the ball. Now the baseball has allowed pitchers to go to their mouth, and it's a little bit easier. Still, it's not as easy as when it's a warm day and you have perspiration in your hand.
Get on the ground to Panic. 1 out. And here's Adames, who's 0 for 6 on the season. Tomorrow night, it'll be Jake Peavy against Jordan Lyles. And then a day game on Thursday. Giants will get on a plane after the game and head to Los Angeles for the weekend series against the Dodgers. Matt Cain will pitch the day game here on Thursday, and Bumgarner will open up Friday night in LA. Up the middle, Crawford dives, he can't get it. Adames with his first hit of the year, and that'll bring to the plate Nick Hundley. Dive on a hard ground, it can jar you a little bit, and that's what happened to Crawford.
Ball right back up the mound over second base. I don't even think with Adames' speed, even Crawford, if he catches his ball, I don't think he can get off a throw.
Oh,
you don't miss that.
I don't at all. Here's Hundley. Hundley's 0 for 2. And Hundley takes a low, 1 ball and no strikes. 9th innings can always get weird here, and Bruce Bochy knows that. He's managed in this park for many years. And you just got to try to slow down the Rockies' momentum in the ninth. This is fouled out of play. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
When you think about over the years, the fact that they get the final at bat, being the home team, makes this one of the great home field advantages.
It sure does.
As live as this ballpark is, and over the years, we've seen the Rockies come back from, big time deficits in the 9th inning.
Crushing losses here. And a strike to Hundley, 1-2.
I mean, and that's just the reputation this place has had since they opened its doors. You just can't trust it until you get the 27th out.
Adames at first. And Brown holds on, and they got him. It's been Trevor Brown night, hasn't it?
It is Trevor Brown night indeed. Well, Nick Hundley thinks that ball hit the ground, so I'm sure that the Rockies are going to have a look at it. It did foul, but watch the breaking ball, and we think it got all the way to Trevor Brown. No, I think this is coming back.
No, I don't. Lunch tomorrow.
You're on. Oh, we're going to go someplace good, I got to tell you.
Yes, we are.
Let's take a look. One more look. Just ticks off. I don't know. I hope you're up for McDonald's.
It'll be good. Swing and a miss by Paulson.
The Rockies did, and they had really had nothing to lose to see if they could replay that.
Low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, like you said, it's Trevor Brown night. Come on, can't mess with that.
Well, it may not be reviewable.
Yeah.
And if that's the case,
then you fish me in.
Then
I'm not paying.
Really am the one that benefits out of it.
Good hard slider from George Cantos. Throw one like that, you want to throw another one. Little two-seam fastball to sort of cleanse the palate of the eye. Yeah, he asked him if he was reviewable, and plate umpire Sam Holbrook said no.
Sitting up and you missed it. That's what Weiss said. 2-2 pitch. And it goes 3-2. Pence has hit a home run in this game. Brown's hit a pair. Pagan's got 3 hits and he scored 2 runs. Hunter Pence has got 3 RBIs in this game. 7-2. It's a 3-2 count to Ben Polson. On the move will be Adames. And this is panic on 1 hop, and this is going to be the ball game. So the Giants come in to Coors Field, and behind Jeff Samardzija and that young man right there, Trevor Brown and others, they win game 1 of the series. Your thoughts?
Well, I don't think you really feel like you're part of a club until you make a contribution to a win. And for Jeff Samardzija, this is his first big league win. And for Trevor Brown, a rookie, to be able to fill in the shoes of Buster Posey in the way that he did tonight, 2 two-run homers, 4 RBIs, and a night he'll never forget. So this is a big night for the Giants.
And he filled in on Friday night against the Dodgers, hit the big 2-run home run to tie the game, break up the no-hitter. So all in all, a good week for Trevor Brown. 7-2 is your final. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants post-game live. That's going to start right now.